Bitch, don't come for me.
Just take it.
Thank you. Oh my God. Oh my God, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. Yes, it's a rooftop video. So y'all better click the thumbs up button for that. If you're a first time watcher, I hope that you click that subscribe button. If you're a ghost watcher, meaning you're just watching to see if I'm going to spill any tea on this video, I'm not going to do that. So don't watch this video. Come here for that so you can go back to other people and tell them what's going on. I just want to say thank you to everyone that watched Monday's video. And a lot of people did respond by saying like they see visions and things like that. People come to them in their dreams. Like, that was cute. I love that. And people saying like how they love that we were able to just tell stories on the Scripting Show. Maybe we'll do more of that in the future. But something that I noticed is that a lot of people were saying a lot of mean things about Nancy Reagan on our video. Like, they were saying how she didn't care about, no, they didn't say she didn't care about black people, how she was the original trap queen. Her husband did all of these things with drugs and with the AIDS epidemic, and it was terrible with the AIDS epidemic back in the day. I don't know if it was just Reagan and him not wanting to do more, but I think it came from everywhere with people being afraid of AIDS. That's all I know, and that's all I can say.
But not to mention that the AIDS epidemic was something new. Well, new for a lot of people at that time in the 80s when it started to, you know,
really
the AIDS,
get big, and
the AIDS
people ain't know
epidemic
how it was passed
right.
on.
It's not like how it is now, where you know what I mean. It was something that was relatively new. But you told me that a lot of people criticized, I guess, me.
Yeah, and they went to my Instagram. Did they go to your Instagram to say anything? See, I don't know why y'all are afraid of him.
I can tell you why. But I mean, we're not gonna go there because they already know I'm not gonna respond. I'm just gonna block. I ain't even gonna read. I'm just gonna block.
Okay.
I'll just read the first 3 words and then block. So I won't even.
She was the original trap queen.
But
like,
let me just say this. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. I think that it's sad because when we talked about her death, you know, we were, you know, honoring someone who, you know, held a position in this country as First Lady. You know what I mean? And it's very unfortunate that a lot of people responded that way. I didn't see the comments, but Kevin was telling me about them. It's unfortunate that people responded that way. I'm not going to go into all that other stuff about the AIDS and the trap queen and all that because, to be quite honest with you, I don't even know what half of y'all are even talking about with that, nor do I care. But what I will say is this: when someone is showing respect to the death of someone, not for what it is that they did, but just showing respect because of their life, and you know, I think that that's something that we should not try to make out to be a whole negative conversation. You know what I mean? If I was paying my respects and if Kevin was paying his respects, then let it be and move on. Don't use that as a, oh, well, they were this and they were that, because you know what? We all may not agree, but when President Obama or Michelle Obama dies, there's going to be a lot of people who have the same thing to say about them. You hear what I'm saying? There's going to be a lot of people that say what y'all said about Nancy about them. And I know a lot of us would feel some type of way reading those comments and hearing that. So when it comes to someone's death and their passing, you remember them for the good rather than the bad. You know what I mean? Like you don't harp on that, because if you notice, I didn't harp on anything negative. I harped on everything positive, to her being a protector of her husband, to her making sure that her, you know, to the Just Say No to Drugs campaign. I didn't harp on anything negative because that's not what you do. Just like when you go to certain people's funerals and you know
they
weren't a good guy, but yet you got people up there saying, oh, how good they were. Why? Because that is not the place to harp on the negative, if that's making sense to anybody watching or listening. So therefore, I don't harp on things like that. I just don't. So it's unfortunate that there were people that were doing that, but be prepared when President Obama and Michelle Obama dies, because you're going to have, just like y'all did Nancy Reagan in the last video, you're going to have people doing that to the Obamas when they pass. Mark my word. Because there's a lot of people that say a lot of things about them that, whether it be true or not, it's how they feel. And that's how y'all feel. As you notice, I didn't say anything about what y'all were saying were wrong. That's just your opinion on how you feel about her. But stuff like that, you should try to keep that to yourself, because everything should not be said. That's why there's a lot of things that I don't say on camera, because it's not made for the camera. I shouldn't say it on the camera. I should wait until the camera's off to say it to Kevin. But again, we're dealing with thousands of people behind. You know what I mean? So therefore, I can't tell people what to write and what not to write. All I can do is just pray for y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just think about that in the future. When someone dies, don't. That's not.
So what are your thoughts?
And the original trap queen. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? What did they say that meant?
Because they were saying that he was Reagan was responsible for all the big drug epidemic, that a lot of people got hooked on drugs and were, dying or getting arrested for drugs. He was the main reason why. Now I've never
heard any of that before. But somebody's gonna tell us to do our research. Just like they tell everybody to do their research when we don't agree with something that they say. They tell us to do our research.
Yeah, so it's gonna come out. They're gonna say it. Maybe I should do my research. I don't know.
I've never heard of that before. But whether he was or not, what does that have to do with her dying? Can you answer that to me? That's like if I died and somebody came to my funeral and you sat there and listened to them bash me. The first thing you would say is, why would you even get up here and do that? You know what I mean? Like, why would you do that?
Because they want to make you look like
They want to make you look
nice
bad.
person.
And that's exactly what those people were doing. Trying to make somebody look bad who lived a long life of 94 years, and you try to discredit someone that, come on, don't do that. It's just so crazy. It's just...
Now, it was announced
That's
that...
why they went to you and not... I'm sorry to cut you.
I'm surprised, but I'm surprised.
Not one word, not one person.
Like, I mean, they was going, like, they
Not
was
one
leaving
person.
all of this. I said, wait a minute.
And my page is not private.
I know.
It's open to the public. Not one person.
I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you have a problem, why don't you, if you're scared of Mikhail, I mean,
No,
it's
but
always
I
a DM.
said it a long
Just
time.
like,
Yeah, but don't even leave that in my DM. 'Cause that's not the place for that.
Somebody, let me say, I respect. Somebody wrote me on Twitter. And they wrote me this long message about you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my thing.
It was about me.
I keep telling y'all, when this camera goes off, if we have issues with each other, that's when we hash that shit out. If I felt any kind of way, that's when I would say something. And likewise, okay? But what I don't need is people writing me about Mikhail. If you feel that Mikhail has an issue or a problem, write him. He gets fucking DMs. If you follow him on Twitter, you can send him a message and just say, like, I'm not trying to be smart, but this is how I feel about such and such. And I know that a lot of people were saying, like, oh, when Mikhail said he barely cares about this show. I think y'all took the context of what he said the wrong way.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't react like that.
Right. They took it the wrong way. Because if I didn't care about it, I wouldn't be here.
Yes, well,
I think what I was saying was... Bitch. I caught that. Caught it. No, what I was saying was, and it's a shame that I have to actually explain myself, but what I was saying was, when I say that I don't care about this show, I mean, I don't care to sit and watch it because we are making it.
Yes.
People ask me all the time, do you watch the Scorpion Show? No. Why would I do that when I sat for an hour and a half recording it?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I do that? The only time I will sit and watch the Scorpion Show is if we are talking about something so crazy and that people are leaving me comments like, oh my God, something that Kevin said was this, or something that you said was this, and I'll have to go back to watch that part to see what it was. Like, for instance, there are some videos, remember I brought that video up to you when we did that Beyonce review and we was talking about Trina and them in Atlanta City? So I do go back and forth to some of our videos, but...
What did it say? Focus on the...
But yeah, I think it says focus on the positive. But, but for some odd reason, the negative was coming all to us, so we got to explain it. You know, it's just crazy. But I think maybe some people did take that out of context. No, yes, I care about this show. Yes, I care about it, and I love this show, and I love that y'all love it. But some of y'all really, 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 really need to find other things to do.
Think they
if
really
y'all
trying
sit
their
and
best to
pinpoint
split us.
yes,
That
certain
is so
pinpoint
terrible.
things. It's like I'm not going anywhere, and neither is he.
Bitch,
so
put your
y'all
hands on
can knock it off.
Deleting notes. No, don't delete these notes. What?
Kevin, that is crazy.
Yeah. So wait.
Shit out of context.
Yes. So what I was saying before that.
Can you believe it? Hold on, real quick. His family loves me. They love me. His neighbors love me. Do you honestly think I'm going anywhere?
Well, if he got one time to try me, real good. But anyway, Did I mention the blackout is July 15th through the 7th?
Oh,
Look
where's
down.
my phone?
Look.
Where's my phone? Where is my phone?
Oh, wait.
You said I'd be on my phone.
The
Talk
blackout,
about the blackout.
is July 15th through the 17th in Atlanta, Georgia. On the 15th, we will be going to Six Flags. We have not picked out the time, but I'm thinking it's cute to get there like around 1 o'clock, and we'll be there as long as we be there. And I'm gonna find something else for us,
Maybe a
for
dinner
us to
at
do
night that everybody
and
can
everybody, everybody meet each other. This is my thing. A lot of people are saying that, well, I don't want to come by myself. Well, you know what? Come by yourself. You're going to have a great time because you're going to meet other people that came by themselves. People come to the Scorpion Show barbecue, and another one might be coming real soon. Just stay tuned. When people just come by themselves, they end up meeting people, and it's great to hear stories like that. Like, oh, hey. You caught me off guard. Like my mom caught me off guard yesterday. Don't tell me some shit. Because Sharon came over yesterday, right? So she coming downstairs and I'm coming downstairs. So she gonna look at me like, so when you gonna have a baby?
Who said that to you?
My mom. And I said,
what the fuck
I'm
is your
thinking
mom
like I know damn well she not thinking that Sharon would have a baby.
Is she going through that early stage of dementia?
Bitch. And then I said, wait, what are you talking about? She's gonna say, no, I'm talking about your belly. And I say,
oh,
try.
Yeah, she did try. But she just tried me, and I'm thinking like, well, wait a minute, did she really?
She said that today?
No, I'm just thinking like she tried me listening to what you just said. Like, wow. She tried it.
I wasn't ready. But the blackout is July 15th. On the 16th, we're gonna hit a blackout. It's gonna be a day of fun. If you get your payment in by April the 1st for the blackout, not for Six Flags, but for the blackout, it's $20. Send it to SweetNGreetC at PayPal.com. Now, when you send your payment, you will get a receipt, and also Candy will email you saying that she received your payment.
Kevin got me sitting on this roof, and I told him that my inner thighs hurt.
He was
really
telling me
bad.
his leg. I said, bitch, get your ass out.
And then we had to climb out of his fuking window to get here. So my body hurts a little bit, y'all. So if you
what
see
you
me
was doing at your body?
working for 8 hours.
Let me tell you what this bitch do. Sit around, talk with his girlfriend.
No, I don't sit around. That's when I'm on. Oh, guess what, y'all? I'm on Snapchat now. So my coworker made me get a Snapchat. So I am on it. For those of you that care to follow me, and for those of you that, like me, I'm on Snapchat, and my name is Mikkel86.
I couldn't even get the Scorpion on Snapchat. That's crazy.
Why?
Because somebody took it. I'm just doing my chill on Snapchat.
I'm on Snapchat. One of my coworkers, she's been dying for me to get on Snapchat for the longest, and I've actually had people hit me up like, when are you going to get on Snapchat? And I'm like, never, never, never. And y'all know how I was opposed to Snapchat. Well, my coworker and I, we were sitting at work, not doing anything yesterday. Okay, I admit we weren't doing anything yesterday. And, she was like, you really need to just make a Snapchat after like the 1,000th time of her asking me. She was like, you really need to make a Snapchat. So I said, okay, fine, I'll make one. And so while I was making it, she was walking me through the steps. And baby, when I posted I was on Snapchat,
the notifications went through the roof. Tell me about it.
Baby!
And did the other
I had to turn it off.
Through the,
But I don't keep my notifications on, period. But I had to make sure, the Snapchat, I said, oh no. It was crazy, and I'm still getting people following me. Thank you guys so much.
I love it though. I love it.
I'm learning Snapchat.
I like watching people Snapchat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And then they send you their Snapchats, and I'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah, but, I still don't like that whole screenshot thing, because if I want to screenshot somebody, you know what I mean?
But wait a minute. Ain't nothing wrong. First of all,
Instagram, y'all better not get
don't do nothing nasty to get screenshotted.
Well, one of the
only
people,
reason why I'm screenshotting.
Yeah, but you know what I also don't like that I'm learning about Snapchat is that when someone sends you a video comment, for me, I have to push my volume, and I'm still learning. So when I watch the video, sometimes I can't hear, so I have to push the volume, and then that's when the video goes away afterwards.
Well, then you can replay it one more
Yeah, but
time.
I think, Tamika, shout out to Tamika from Baltimore, because she sent me videos and the message explaining to me how Snapchat works. Mm-hmm. But like she said, if you go to a certain, like if it plays and then you can't get to it, then it tells you that you have to then pay to replay.
Yeah. You gotta pay.
Yeah, that's what the thing pops up.
I never paid.
Well, that's what it says when it pops or something like that. So I had asked her to send me the videos again that she had sent me, and she said she can't. But whatever the case may be, if you're on Snapchat, follow me, Mikkel86. It's the same name as my Instagram name.
Yes.
I don't want to make this show about me, but since I got here and my thighs were hurting, and Kevin told me that a lot of the comments were about me.
Yes, I mean they were crazy.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, I don't never want to make it about me, but then when I get here and it becomes about me,
can I be messy right quick?
Yeah, because my thighs hurt.
I want to be messy. I just want to say shout out to the people of Lipstick Alley, because I got a text message last night.
Lipstick Alley, I heard of it.
It's kind of like a place where people meet in a forum, and I mean they throw shade at a bunch of people.
Oh God.
I mean the stuff I read about me recently, it was cute. I want to say thank you to those that say I used to watch the Scorpion show, and they think that we should evolve, and I think we should evolve too. But thank you.
Well,
thank you so much. I mean, yeah, this time. But I mean, it's just to see different shit. I mean, it is messy on there. I mean, they are messy. But I kind of live for it a little bit. But the only thing I don't like is that people don't really show who they are. They don't show their face. But I mean, it was people riding for not you, but me. And when I say me, I'm talking about the current situation. Oh. They be like, bitch, you know, I really don't like. You know, they like, bitch, I don't really like him like that, but that bitch he was on point. Thank y'all. Thank you, Lipstick Alley. That's kind of messy, but that's all right. I had my drink. I'm not going to say anything else, but go to Lipstick Alley. Just search some things. Just search. Do search. Just search. They're kind of messy on there. They really messy. But yeah, let's go to and that fucking thing in the kitchen. I mean, in my room. Janet Jackson cancels her European tour. Now look, Janet, y'all know I love my girl. Oh, damn. But when it comes to tours and stuff, something ain't right. Because, I mean, dates is getting canceled. Now, when she did the #1 tour last 5 years ago, I mean, every show that I went to 4 shows, not a hitch. I don't remember any shows getting canceled, but I'm sure she probably postponed some. But it's like, honestly, it looks like Janet cannot be reliable when it comes to a tour. And Janet, I know Janet is going to be 50 in May, but that's not the point. Her health comes first. But Janet, you got to stop playing. You and your people, your PR and stuff, y'all have to be on point with what's going on. If you tell people what's going on, more people may be sympathetic instead of just saying, okay, it's canceled or postponed, I'm going to get my money back. Because I'm looking at when June come around, I'm hoping that I see you in Atlantic City. Or if not, that's going to be a lot of coin back in my pocket, which I'll be happy with. I mean, but I'm not looking for it to get my money back because I want to be entertained by my girl. And I want the chance to hopefully be pushed up into front row. But if Janet's going to be secretive about what's going on, people are going to be thinking it's shady and stuff. And I think that she should talk about what's going on. And she hasn't really been doing any interviews or anything like that. And it's like fans are just going to be making up shit, or fans are going to be upset because it's reminding me of 2008 with the Rock With You tour. And, you know, I don't want to be one of the people that drive all the way to Atlantic City just to be finding out that Janet has canceled like 30 minutes before she get on stage. I will be over it. So I would like for Janet to speak up about what's going on. Janet waited 3 days to say something after the news, or the tea has already been spilled that she canceled the European tour. Like, no, Janet, you're asking people to keep their tickets. But, you know, they can see other people that don't cancel, because I never heard Rihanna canceling like that, or Beyonce canceling like that. And you rarely hear about Beyonce canceling anything. That bitch performs in any weather, any fucking sickness. Like, come on, Janet, you have to get it together. And where's the videos at? Like, you only released one video, Janet. What the fuck? Like, yeah. Well, I mean, she released it for her fans, and she did no promo. But it went #1, and you see a bitch on TV every day, and she beat up. But I'm just saying, like, Janet, come on. What's the fucking tick?
But you know what I think too? I think Janet, I'm really like physically uncomfortable.
Me too. But come on,
physically uncomfortable. I think that Janet, it's becoming a regular thing for her, and it's a little sad because, you know, she's such this icon, and people look forward to seeing her. Mm-hmm. And you know, if you're going to cancel, like, she completely canceled the entire European tour, right?
I think it's canceled or I don't know.
Whatever the case may be. But you can't, me personally, you can't cancel something like that and then not tell people why you're canceling. You know, because people who pay all this money, they want to know. You know, they don't know if you're sick. They don't know if you're just tired. They don't know what the problem is. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have it both ways. We can't say, oh, Janet Jackson, she's such this legend and icon, and she's pushing 50, and she's still doing these shows. But then we turn around and say, Janet Jackson, she's such this legend and icon, she's pushing 50, so maybe that's one of the reasons why she's slowing down. You can't have it both ways. Either she's doing this shit and she's pushing 50 and killing it, or she's slowing down because she's pushing 50. Which one is it? You know what I mean? And everybody ages differently. You have some people that are older than Janet that are still on tour and doing a damn thing, but everybody ages differently. You know what I mean? And I don't really necessarily know what Janet's problem is because she's not telling anybody what her problem is. But I just think it's a little unfortunate for her diehard fans who pay all this money to go see her, and then she's not saying anything. Because I know if it was my girl who did that, I would be very upset, and I would get in front of this camera and have a hissy fit and try to figure out why she's doing this. You know what I mean?
Because it's not fair.
It's not fair.
Janet has to remember, some people want to go to your first night, so they buying plane tickets, hotel rooms, and all of that stuff. Whether they can't get refunds, it's like you can't do that. And it's not right.
I need for these artists, not just Janet, but I need for these artists to remember that when they announce that they're going on tour, and then tickets go on sale, and then a month or two later, after you have announced that you're going on tour, you then start canceling shows and stuff. You need to remember that people like us who get up and go to work every day, we have to fill out these slips and forms so we can take off for certain days. If we want to go see you out of our city, we have to take off for a few extra days so we can fly. Then we gotta, depending on where your show is at that we want to go to, we gotta get a bus ticket or a train ticket or a plane ticket. You gotta understand that some of that stuff is non-refundable. Yes, you may be giving us back our money for our show tickets, but what about the flight tickets? What about the bus tickets? You know what I mean? Like, you have to be considerate and stuff like that. And if you're going to cancel, you need to let us know. You need to let us know. I mean, not me, because I'm not going to go see Janet. I've already seen her. But you need to let those like Kevin, or not Kevin, because his city has not been canceled yet. You need to let people know. Oh, that was shady. He didn't catch it.
Well, I heard you. Yeah, because I mean, it's a possibility.
It is a possibility.
I can't even get mad.
No, you can't.
Don't do it.
But Janet, you need to say something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you need to say something. It's not right. It's not right at all. And not just for Janet. It's not right for any artist to do that to their fans.
Yeah, I mean, I just wish that she could say something. I think she would get more sympathy if people knew what was going on.
Right.
Because you had people saying, oh, it's cancer. And if she's canceling shows because of her throat, some people say, oh, but she's a lip syncer. Well, bitch, now how much lip syncing in the world? If I'm lip syncing, why would I cancel a show? I'm not canceling the show if I'm lip syncing and I have throat and vocal issues.
Oh, excuse me. But I will say this. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just joining. Not because of that. I think that
it feels so good, that breeze.
The breeze does feel very good. That's why I was joining, because it make you sleepy. I think that Janet and other artists.
I don't know who else cancels like that.
Well, I'm saying that to be fair. But because we're talking about Janet, I'll continue to say Janet. Yes. Janet, think of it this way. You go
Mariah,
to well, whatever. you go to a show and you're ready and you're backstage, this, that, and the third, and you pop up on stage and there's nobody in the audience. Just imagine how you would feel. You'd be over it. That you pop up on stage and there's nobody, and this 20,000 seat arena and only 100 people are there. You would feel some kind of way.
Because they're scared, because they don't know if you want to show up or not.
If you want to show up or not. So now you got to reverse it and put yourself in those seats. I'm coming to the show not knowing if you're going to pop up on that damn stage. Like that R. Kelly show when those people got all the way to the show. And people was recording themselves, going to their seats, and I know y'all know what I'm talking about, because this video was big on the internet a few months ago. They was recording themselves, going to their seats and stuff, excited. I'm taking pictures, and the person got on the thing and said that R. Kelly had canceled the show for the night, and those people were in their seats. They tore that place up.
But I thought it was because they didn't pay him, the people.
But that ain't got nothing to do with those people who bought tickets. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
You gotta take it to the motherfucking pro.
Listen. R. Kelly, if the promoter or whoever it was that hired you for this,
then give me these coins.
Then you should have stopped all ticket sales for this particular show and said, listen, Until we find out what the fuck's going on, everybody's gonna get a refund. You don't let people keep buying their tickets, Kevin, and then you don't show up the day of, and people sitting in their seats. Oh, these people. Oh, this one black lady went off on R. Kelly. I mean, they were throwing chairs and everything. Like, you don't do that, R. Kelly. Yeah, they was throwing chairs, but I'm thinking, like, why would you throw chairs at an R. Kelly concert? But see, those are old folks. You know what I mean?
I don't know no old people that can lift up a chair.
No, not old folks.
I
like,
know, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like
I mean, they got to be like in their 40s.
Yeah, like R.
R. Kelly
age.
came out a good 20 years ago.
And they wanted to see R. Kelly.
Yes.
And people don't play that. You don't take my money. Do nothing with
when
it.
I gave you my money.
Yes. You didn't say that when you took my money. You know, you didn't say that. And I really, really feel some kind of way about it. I really do. See, because I've been put through a whole lot of shit buying these tickets. You know, I have to pay for R. Kelly ticket.
Let me tell you something. For the people that think that, wait a minute, I read this rumor on the Lipstick Alley that I had Beyonce tickets after my house party. Let me tell you something.
That you got what?
That I had bought Beyonce tickets after my... I didn't buy no but I'm just saying. Let me say something. I don't have fucking Beyonce tickets yet.
No, he doesn't.
Yet, okay? First of all...
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
I don't. Because I'm waiting for these prices. Listen, I'm not giving Beyonce my whole check just right away. She gives a great show. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not going broke for fucking Beyonce. Now, if I find a good ticket or somebody willing to give me a ticket or buy me a ticket, hey, I'm going to be there.
Right.
But I can skip a May show. Right. Well, no, June. She's going to be in June. She's going to be on tour for a while. So maybe I might have to catch her at another time. But at this point, I'm not willing to go broke for Beyonce, and I love her.
And for those of you out there who were skeptical about the money that he raised for his family, for his house fire, what he just said just now should solidify that no, he's going to take your money and do nothing with it, okay? And put it in his pockets. Because there were a few people who were saying some nasty, negative things.
Oh, yeah, people always say
that. I didn't like it, and it didn't even have nothing to do with me, but I didn't like it because of the seriousness of the event. And for
but I don't go around and talk about people's mothers.
You know what I mean?
You could talk shit about me.
Right.
But don't talk about my family.
And then turn the situation around and make it seem like somebody was stealing people's money, when that was not the case at all, okay? I wish everybody that donated him money could take a tour of this house and see what the money that y'all donated paid for. But then again, I don't think it was the people who donated money who said those things. I think it was people who didn't donate who just had something negative to say. But it's very unfortunate. It really is. And it don't matter who got what and when they got it and when they didn't have it. That's nobody's business. Either you donate or you don't. You pray for them and you keep it moving. But don't start worrying about who got what and why they didn't have it, because that's nobody's.
Let's get into this other shit that's been going on. The senseless killings in Philly. Okay, when the weather breaks, everybody, instead of just wanting to have a good time, talk to your neighbors, you know, like, yes, bitch, the weather breaks. People want to go around stabbing people, shooting people. There was some killings around here. Like, you on Snapchat? It's just crazy around here.
Working.
And then I heard something that was probably it's not really a good excuse, but somebody said, you know, when people see somebody that did something from a couple months ago, that's why they do what they do. And that's why they say, like, when the weather breaks, that's why a lot of people die. But it's like, if something happened from a couple months ago, you still letting that hold on to you. You got that much animosity that you want to kill them because the weather breaks and everybody's outside, you want to go find them and kill them. Like, that just doesn't make no sense, man. Our city is just, like Philly, you don't really hear a bunch of killers, but it happens here in our city. It's not like any other cities, which I refuse to say any names. But it's just sad to hear that. People want to live, people want to have a good time. It's summertime. Like, I was just so happy to see my neighbors yesterday. Like, we had good conversations. People talking to my mom, like, Miss Barbara, I'm so glad y'all back home, and everything like that. We just was having a good time. And I'm glad ain't nothing happened like, oh, we gonna fight because I ain't see, when I seen you on August, you said, come on, man. That shit is some bullshit. The whole, like, our city needs to become better. And I do think that people need to start speaking up about violence that goes on in the inner city. We talk about how police kill us and stuff, and we say, oh, you shouldn't talk about black on black because it's not really an epidemic because white people kill white people, but nobody shouldn't kill nobody.
We had 6 murders
In one fucking day.
night here in Philadelphia the other day, and they were 6 murders throughout different parts, different sections of this city. And all 6 of the murders that were committed towards black men by other.
But you can't talk about that.
But you can't talk about it because when you talk about it, people get upset with you for saying that. How dare you say that when you got all these white people killing each other? You got. Let me tell you something. I don't know if any of you have ever noticed, but I ain't white. I don't live in a white neighborhood. I know about the blacks, and I'm more concerned about us.
You sound
black
like Donald
men.
Trump.
Oh yeah, the blacks. Listen, he's about to be our next president, so I gotta start, because I need to stay here, because he's gonna ship me away. Listen, I need for people to realize that it's a serious thing, and maybe one of the reasons why we don't have, or one of the reasons why this stuff is continuously happening is because it's becoming mum to a lot of people. A lot of people are just keeping their mouths shut, and they're not addressing the seriousness of it. They're just not. We get all these killings, and you know what I thought today? What? This one young lady that I follow, shout out to Ashley, I follow her, and she's a motivational speaker. She's a preacher as well. She posted on Instagram, and she said, I'm going to find what she said real quick because I liked it. She said on Instagram this morning, she said there were 9 people shot/killed in Philadelphia this week who were under the age of 30.
25. Yeah,
well,
25.
yeah, well, 25. 25, but she put 30. They were under the age of 30. Conflict resolution and anger management needs to be a part of standard curriculum in schools. And I totally agree with her. I totally agree. Especially in these inner city schools, because there's so much anger and so much stuff going on at home that these kids need some type of outlet, some type of after school program where they can talk to somebody about this stuff, so that maybe, just maybe, they won't think about picking up a gun. Maybe, just maybe, they won't think about guns. Listen, I don't want no gun at all. I was talking to somebody the other day at my job, and I said, listen, I don't need no gun. I just need 2 big dogs. And that's
my mom's husband asked me, are you interested in learning how to use a gun? Excuse me, no. I'm afraid of guns, and I don't need a gun. Because, sometimes I do get crazy. I don't want to get too crazy to the point where, bitch, I go find a gun and go kill you over some shit you done made me mad about that was just temporarily.
Right.
Like, I'm not into that. I've never been into guns, don't want guns, don't ever want to be a part of it. But something really has to be done in our city. Because I remember back in the day, maybe 20 years ago, you had some people shooting like that, but it's not like how it is now. And I mean, when people fight, they fought, but bitch, you be friends like maybe a couple days later or laugh about it and shit like that. Now you can't even have a fist fight without you losing and you going home or going to your trunk to go get a gun because you got your ass whooped.
I want to know,
just take that ass whooping and move on.
Do these guys nowadays even know how to fight?
No.
Because everybody's pulling out a gun. Like the other day, I was sitting outside of your house and I watched this young guy and girl walk by. They were teenagers. And I listened to the guy as they were walking closer, him explaining to the girl how he had gotten into something with some guy. And he said, yeah, I told him I'm about to go home and get my gun, this, that, and the third. And the first thing I thought about is this is a young teenage boy. I'm thinking to myself, a gun. I remember when I was younger, you ain't talk about that. You talk about, I'm going to go whoop somebody's ass.
Well, I'm going to go get my cousin.
To whoop your ass. Now, you know what I mean? Because if you knew you couldn't fight him or beat him, I'm going to go get somebody to whoop your ass. You know what I mean? And listen, and it worked sometimes it did, you know? And there were some people who I could not beat, and I knew the right cousin to go get. Okay, and then there was no more problems after that. But I listened to this boy, and I said to myself, well, damn, like, does anybody fight anymore? Do these guys coming up even know how to fight? Because they are so quick to go grab a gun, it's like, does anybody know how to throw their hands up? It's like, what's the use of learning how to fight when all these people gonna do is just shoot you? Because you damn sure can't duck and dodge no bullets. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that.
Let me tell you something. Speaking of visions, I had a dream like a couple weeks ago that all I was trying to do was just help somebody. And let me tell you what's going on. They had this little boy asking people for money. And I'm like, I'm just trying to help him out. Like, they got something going on. You know, I got shot in the back twice in my dream. Twice. That shit was crazy. But I said all that to say, I ain't even got to say why I felt that way. But y'all seen what happened this week. So yeah, you know, all you trying to do is help people, man. They just shoot you, child. I mean, but damn, I just hope that don't literally happen. And these children, y'all do need to channel your anger in another way. And I'm glad that the Philly mayor, the new mayor, Jim Kenney, said, no, I'm going to open up 16,000 new positions for people to go, for teenagers to get summer jobs. Because that's what y'all need, to be sitting in the corners every day. Because I'm tired of looking at y'all when I come outside to go to the store. Like, you get, go get a job. Go do something. Go to school, go do something. So let's get into these other notes. Kim Kardashian, you know, the other day she posted the picture of her naked body, and Pink went in on her. Now, I think what Pink said was fair, but you got to remember, when you talk about people...
But what did she say? Because I didn't see what she said.
Let me go to Instagram, because I have it on my Instagram.
Yeah, I didn't...
It was cute. It was cute, and maybe Pink turned over a new leaf. I don't know. Because, you know, people came at her with her receipts, because you can't go around talking about people and what they do, and you have done the same thing. And literally, you've done the same thing. So shout out to all the women across the world using their brains, their strength, their work ethic, their talent, their magic that they were born with, that only they possess. It may not ever bring you as much attention, in quotation marks, or banknotes as using your body, your sex, your tits, and asses. But women like you don't need that kind of attention. In the quiet moments, you will feel something deeper than the fleeting excitement resulting from attention. You will feel something called pride and self-respect. Keep on resisting the urge to cave. You'll never have to make silly excuses for yourself. International Women's Day, and be strong. So when I looked at Amber Rose's response, basically, we were all born naked is people that sexualize being naked and all this and that, and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't say that, and how would you feel if somebody came for you because you've done this and you performed naked and you were beautiful, or half naked and all this and that. This is my thing. And this is coming from a person where I ain't got to explain everything. But I ain't no saint, okay? But this is my thing. And I try to tell people and I try to help people. You don't have to use your body for attention. Because only thing they want your body for is your sex. How about having a personality? How about people liking you for your personality more than what you're showing on your body? And it is disgusting that some people got to get naked to get on Twitter, get on Instagram, Facebook, or any other site just for likes because they're naked. Don't you want people to like you for your personality more than your body and what you can offer? I mean, seriously. Don't you want people to like you for your brains and how you speak and how you think? I would rather you like me for that than me pulling my dick out and non-ass out and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest. And you should want the same for yourself. And women, you should tell that to your children. Because my mom, she'd look at people or look at these girls and she'd tell them, why you got your titties and your ass out? It's only for attention. And then you get mad. Then you get mad when somebody say something to you in a sexual way. Well, maybe they shouldn't have said it, but look how you're dressed. You're looking like, hey, I want to get fucked. Or you got your ass cheeks hanging out and your titties hanging out. Like, come on. You got to respect your body and respect yourself more than what you do. So, yes, Kim Kardashian is a mother, but she's also a wife. And what husband, I don't know no husband in North fucking Philly wanting their wife to be posting themselves on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anywhere with their titties out and their pussy out with a bar going between their titties and their pussy. I don't know no man that talks like that and say, I got it and you don't.
He said that?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
I don't know nobody that talks like that or do that. Nobody, and Kanye West should talk to his wife about that. Yes, it's good to take pride in your body, but bitch, how many times Kim Kardashian's gonna get naked? Let's be for real. We've seen everything. We've seen her titties. We've seen her pussy. We've seen her ass for the past, 10, 12 years ago? And we seen her naked laying on the bed with her ass out. We've seen her body showing her fat ass after she had her baby. Like, how many times are you going to keep showing your body? What are you trying to prove as a woman? What are you trying to prove? Now, if you did a post-baby body after having 2 babies, I can see. But bitch, this is a picture from a year ago, and you photoshopped it because it was too fucking perfect. But what is Kim trying to prove? And then you got people like Sharon Osbourne. Oh, she inspired me to do the goddamn same. Bitch, that is not inspiration. How about being inspiring with your clothes on and getting out the same message? You can still be sexy with your clothes on, just as sexy as you are with your clothes off.
Of course, look at me.
Hey, that's your opinion. But I'm just saying. So, Kim, and then Amber Rose talking about, oh, we're all born naked. Yes, we're all born naked, but who the fuck is looking at a child sexually? When you grow up, your titties get bigger, your ass get bigger. I'm just being real. Your dick get bigger. Come on, it's sexualized.
Depending on who it is.
Well, hey.
Because I've seen some baby dicks going 30 feet. Baby, Donna, seems like everywhere I go I see. Oh,
I was not
Wait a
ready.
minute. Wait a minute.
Oh,
I did not sign up for you. Sign up for that.
Yeah, Gerald Fogle.
Okay. Let's
I'm
pull
just
these hands
saying.
up and let's go get something to eat.
I'm for real. I'm being
Nothing's
for
going
real.
down
And there's
today.
nothing sexy about that.
Nothing sexy
So
about a child.
stop using the
So pull your
excuse
pants
we're
up.
born naked. That means a goddamn thing, okay? Because when you get older, them titties get bigger, and it's sexualized. People get aroused by that. And never mind, I'm not gonna. Kevin, don't you dare talk like that. But yeah, I mean, come on now. We gotta stop making excuses for Kim Kardashian and what she do with her body. And yes, Ben Midler said the same thing. Like, you're gonna have to show us something better. Maybe you're gonna have to swallow the camera and show your insides. I mean, it was nothing wrong with what she said because it's the truth.
And y'all know I love Kim. I do. But I agree with everything Kevin just said. And Kim Kardashian is my girl, but I agree with everything he just said, and I don't need to harp on anything else. Next time.
Yeah. So Kim, get it together, man. For real. You don't see Beyonce doing no shit like that. She'll wear a cat suit or a different cat
But they
suit.
in two different. They're morally, two different lanes.
People get mad at Chris Brown selling his clothing line for $90. You know what? I don't really know. I tried to find his website because I wanted to find the designs and what he was selling. But let me put it to you like this. I would rather buy a Chris Brown design for $90 than to go buy something from Kanye West for $300 with holes in them. And my nephew can poke holes in clothes and shit. I would rather wear Chris Brown stuff. And I seen what he was selling. There was nothing wrong with it because Jeremy Scott sell shit with his name on it. And I mean, the shit be overpriced. It'd be like $300 for a fucking sweatsuit. So Chris Brown selling stuff for $90, there's nothing wrong with it. But Chris, you can't get mad at your fans for them being mad. Let them stay fucking mad. The people that want to support you, the ones that will buy it, they will buy it.
That's right.
So don't call them broke and say, oh, go to Target. Because you do, and you're right, you do got fans that buy 10 of your fucking albums. Right. They buy 10, and like you said, do the fucking math. How much you pay for them albums versus you buying a shirt or a hoodie?
Let me tell you something. Focus on the positive rather than the negative. And that is one of the reasons why I don't engage in certain things, because a lot of it is it's negative mixed in with the positive. So I choose not to, engage or to read or to visit. So, and I like that comment that you said, Pink said about, when you are in that quiet place or when you reach that quiet place, because I've been in that quiet place quite a few times, and I had to say to myself, thank you, Lord, that I did not go to read that comment. Or thank you, Lord, I didn't go to watch what was said about me here. Or thank you, Lord, I didn't go here, because I know what would have happened had I read, watched, or been. So I say thank you, Lord, for me not being there. I get in that quiet moment, in that quiet place a lot of times. And sometimes, Chris Brown, you need to find that quiet place and just say thank you, Lord, for those who do support you, rather than those who are going to complain about it. Like Kevin said, people are going to complain about everything that you do. There is going to be a bunch of people. By the time this video is uploaded, there are going to be a bunch of people that are going to complain about what I said about Nancy Reagan, what I said about myself in this video alone. There are going to be a ton of people who complain about it. I already know. We already know. But thank you, Lord, for those who can watch, appreciate, and move on. I thank God for those folks. I'm just keeping it real. I thank God for those folks. You know why? Because those folks are the folks that send you positive energy rather than the negative. So Chris, you need to focus on those fans that you know are going to buy your clothing line. And I agree with Kevin. I would rather buy something from Chris Brown for $90 or $100 opposed to buying something like Kevin said from Kanye West, sneakers that look like moccasins for $700 to $800 fucking dollars. A shirt with holes in it. Look, all you got to do is throw a shirt of yours in a closet before you put the mothballs in there, and take it out a week later and have all these moth holes in it, and you got a Kanye West original. You know what I mean? Yeah. Why would I pay all that money for that? Why would I do that? So shout out to Chris. You know, Chris Brown, just focus on your fans that are going to support you.
If y'all into the shit that Kanye sells,
if you like it, I love it.
Hey, let me tell you something.
But you know what?
There's a place called Foreman fucking Mills where you can stretch your bills and you can take a box cutter and cut the same fucking holes in it and say it's a Kanye collection. I'm just saying. Foreman Mills, stretch those fucking bills. Bitch, get a shirt for $5 fucking dollars.
And if you don't know what Foreman Mills is, if you don't have a Foreman Mills in your area, it's like a Ross, a Marshalls type of store.
Yes, and these clothes are cheap.
Yes.
Or remember House of Bargains back in the day? You will say more at the House of Bargains.
That's a long time ago.
Kids' clothes cost less. Yes. Barbara used to go to House of Bargains all the time.
Well, yeah, look at all these fucking people that lived in this fucking house.
Barbara was raising 6 children. 5 grandchildren, and me.
6 children that she didn't push out.
No, 5. But hey, let me tell you something. My mom made that. She said she made that promise to God that she was gonna raise those children.
Hey, listen. That's what sometimes you gotta make them sacrifices.
Yes.
You gotta set. That's what Mary said to Precious. You gotta sacrifice.
And you know something that everybody in my family said that after this house fire, they was like, Barbara ain't asked us. This is my family talking to me. Barbara ain't asked us for nothing. We knew she had those kids and she was raising them. She ain't asked us for nothing, and neither did we reach out to help her. I mean, it's just that when you go through something, it's just weird when people want to help like that. Because we are so used to helping people, feeding people, people coming in here cooking whatever the fuck they want. I mean, it was a little difficult, a little tough. But
you said it's weird when people want to help?
Yes.
It shouldn't be weird. That should be a blessing.
It took me a while to understand that, because even me, I help people and I don't ask for nothing. Or bitch, I did this and no.
But you know what? Because of the blessings, particularly with your mom, because when I first met y'all, I could not understand for the life of me why your mom was letting all these people walk in and out of her house and did none of them live in here. But that's neither here or there. But couldn't figure it out. But, and that's where the saying "I don't live here" came from, because I didn't, there were so many people living in here or walking in here. What the fuck is going on? But I thought it was a boarding house at first. But listen, big fucking big. But because of your mom's generosity, years later when your family needed help and support, God said, because Barbara was able to bless other people, now I'm going to show her and bless her with the same type of support and love that she was showing and giving to people for all these years. It's just, it's a full circle. God is so real. He is so real. And for those of you that don't believe him, listen, that's your own personal choice, but I believe him and I love him, and he's so real. Because God can show you things and he can put people in your life and you don't even realize it until something happens. You say, God, I didn't even know what was going on, and now you done showed me.
My leg went to sleep.
Jesus.
God will show you those snakes in the grass.
Thank God for Jesus. Yes. Thank God for Jesus. Let me
talk about my leg.
Now you want to talk about your leg.
Okay.
My leg done fell asleep, woke up, fell back to sleep, woke up and now took a little nap, okay? My ass is hurting. I have not felt my ass hurt like this since the day I lost my keys in this guy's car. And it was sitting at the side of the door.
Ow! My leg.
Let me tell you something. This is what it feels like to have your legs open when you're having sex. Count me out. Because I mean, my legs, everything right here is killing me.
That's not even...
It's killing me, Kevin.
But listen.
I've been on my feet all day at work. My thighs hurt. I need somebody with strong hands to give me a massage.
And
It
slow
just,
hand.
oh,
You need a man with a slow hand.
I need somebody with slow hands. It can be a woman with slow hands. It can be somebody. I just need hands on my
Yeah.
thighs because they hurt.
Hey, don't forget to push your clocks an hour ahead. Spring ahead on Sunday.
Yes, and let me just say,
Don't be late for church.
yes. I already mentioned that I'm on Snapchat. Go follow me, Mikkel86. Also, last year I invited you guys to Easter Sunday at my church last year, and a lot of you came out to take part in the services. And thank you for that. I know I thanked y'all last year, but I'm going to thank y'all again. This year, of course, is no different. Easter is this. It's March 27th, and of course, we're having Easter service at my church. Sunrise service, I won't be there. Jesus got up early, not me. Okay, shout out, thank God for Jesus.
Did you just
But
say
he
Jesus?
got up early. They say Jesus, he got up early Sunday morning, not Mikkel. So I will be at the 11 a.m. service, okay? But for those of you that are in the Philly area or in Philly and you don't have a church home, you're not a member of church, and you're like, Lord, I just want to go to this church. You know, I want to come on down to my church, St. Joseph Baptist Church. We're at 54th and Vine. That's 5412 Vine Street, Philadelphia, PA, 19139. Okay, Easter Sunday, March 27th. I'll be there. Bring your family. There's one lady came with her kids. It was just a beautiful thing. It was just like beautiful. So, like I said, if you don't have a church for Easter Sunday, come to my church. We got all that room for everybody to come in and join and praise the Lord, have a good time in the Lord, and come on out.
Yes.
And
don't
Kevin
be like
will be there
Hillary
too.
Clinton. Talking about this is the day. What she say? Never mind.
I don't know.
Let me tell you something.
I don't know.
I'm done.
And then Donald Trump had the nerve to call himself a Christian again.
When?
The other day. I'm like, really? And I don't talk about people's religion. I really don't. But it's hard for me to believe that Donald Trump is a compassionate, caring Christian. And
Not the way he talk.
The things that he says out of his mouth, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I say some crazy things too, but the stuff that he says, you be like, whoa.
Yes, and the things that he don't do and don't speak up about how these racists are showing up at his rally.
Oh,
and then you see the white man punch the black guy, and the cops did not do anything.
And he loves
to the white man.
he loves the cops. He loves the cops. The cops, I love the police.
Oh yeah, until one of his sons get in. Never mind. Don't even say that, Kevin.
But he don't have a son that looks like us to get into something like that. So therefore, he'll never know how that feels. But on that note, are we done? Because my thighs are burning.
It's good to be burnt. At least your thighs are burning.
It's good to be burnt.
I said it's a good thing that your thighs are only burning.
No, you said it's good to be burnt, and then you covered it up.
Because I fixed it up.
Yeah.
But bitch, wait a minute.
I'm
Who
about
wants
to
to
say,
be
I
burning?
ain't never been burnt. I
No,
don't
me
play
neither.
those games.
Thank God. I'm glad I ain't never experienced that either.
I don't know who you to be able to.
Don't worry about that. Like really? Like really? You tried it.
Who?
But yeah, thank you. Thank
me?
y'all for watching.
You said it. I'm about to say somebody
Thank
really
y'all
burnt
for watching. We'll see you on Monday with the new video. I hope y'all registered to vote, by the way.
I hope
if you're
they are,
not,
too.
go register to vote.
Because if they're not, then don't come crying to me when Donald Trump wins.
Somebody said, what you gonna do when Trump get elected president? Will you go to Canada?
Who said that? I don't know. Nobody in Canada. I won't be there.
Said you want to stay?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm cool.
Oh, girl, don't fall.
I'm going to stay, but yeah. I'm not going to do the Scorpion show for 4 years.
Cause he the president.
Because I have nothing to say.
Look at his nasty cakes. Look at that.
That's going to be my vow.
Don't fall.